welcome to Missionssb, and I hope that you are a better person from what you were yesterday. So, with that hope, uh, let us start today's feedback. And I am here to give you feedback because Sir has some other commitments today. So, in his absence, I am taking over the duty, and I hope that you all have attended or posted your responses on what task we posted on 11th of November. So these are the SRT that we gave on 11th of November, and I hope that you all have posted your responses on that. So strictly if we talk about the feedback, so let us dive into the feedback now. First SRT was: during the exams, he saw his teacher helping some student to write answers. He requested her not to do so, continued his exam, solved the issue after completion of exam. This response is perfectly fine because you are not to leave your morals and the morals that you are not going to let anything bad happen in front of you. मतलब आपको कुछ गलत नहीं होने देना है अपने सामने, और उसके साथ साथ आपको अपनी हम्बलनेस भी नहीं छोड़नी है एज शी इज़ योर टीचर. तो by that view, this response is perfectly fine. Now if we talk about the second response, so second is: sometimes he feel unhappy because when any antisocial activities happening around him. So basically by these type of SRT, what is being checked, that what is one thing that is bothering you. So this candidate has written that anything antisocial happening in front of him. So this response is perfectly fine. And now if we talk about the next one, that is, he was taking his sister to hospital, and some bad guys started teasing his sister. What he will do? So what he has written: confronted them, warned, continued his journey towards his hospital. So this response is showing that he has confronted the bad man who is teasing the sister. तो सही रिस्पॉन्स है, क्योंकि आपको कन्फ्रंट करना इम्पॉर्टेंट है, और फॉर अस किसी भी गर्ल की सेफ्टी एंड सेफ्टी ऑफ हर ऑनर इज़ टॉप मोस्ट. सो उसके लिए आपने कन्फ्रंट किया, उनको वार्न किया, एंड उसके बाद जो आपकी जर्नी थी टूवर्ड्स हॉस्पिटल, दैट वाज आल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. एंड डू रिमेंबर कि आपको ये लास्ट में मेंशन करना है. Sorry everyone, because of some cold, some issues are there, so please cooperate with us. And now if we talk about the next response, that is 14th one: his father was in Navy, abducted by pirates and demanding ransom. So now if we talk about what responses are given, the candidate has written that he talked to the higher authorities about further details, supported family, and kept eye on the activities, soon received his father back. So this response is right because it is about Navy. So what you can do, you can only contact to the authorities, and in the meanwhile, when your father is not there, what you can do is that you can support your family by boosting their morale. So this response is perfectly fine, and soon received his father back. This shows your confidence. So now if we talk about the next response, that is the next SRT is: he was trying long jump on school sports day and injured his palm. In few days he had to write exam. So what he will do, that as the long jump, in the long jump event, he has injured his palm. तो आपकी यहाँ पे ड्यूटी क्या है कि that you are to take medication and took painkiller, had water, did some rest, continued practice, did well on D-Day. Means this candidate wants to say that he practiced and he did well in his exams, and instead of these difficulties, what he faced because of injuring his palm. He did not felt any problem in that, and he continued his duty of completing exam with the injured palm too. So आपको भी ऐसे ही responses लिखने हैं. So now if we dive into the responses that were given by the candidates. So firstly let me check one by one. So the first response that we are getting is by Amal. So completes his exam and with full concentration. After that disclose his feeling to teacher what he did was wrong. So this response is right, but what you should have done that you could have confronted the teacher right at that moment when you saw that something wrong is happening. So now if we talk about the 12 one, sometimes he feel unhappy because of his inability to help loved ones. Please avoid writing such type of responses, because somewhere it is showing because of writing that this word inability, you are showing that you are not confident on yourself of doing something, so you are not to advised to do that. Now if we talk about the 13th response, that is like sometimes he was taking his sister to hospital, gave a strong warning and asked them not to do so again. Just write that continued his journey towards hospital, because that is also important as it is given in the SRT. So this shows your presence of mind. Now next one, reported matter to police and found out father with help from Coast Guard and Navy. So this is right, and you could have added that supported the family with morale too. He was trying long jump. He took first aid, medication, and write the exams and passed. Right, this response is right. Now if we talk about the another response that is given by Sandhya, completed his exam after he guided those students, helped them in a study to get good marks, feel certified. Right, these responses are right, but you should have mentioned about the teachers, because what teacher is doing is wrong. So you should have mentioned that he confronted the teacher too, and he did not able to prove himself. Please watch the section of discussion where we discussed the SRT. There you will get complete information about what you should write in these type of sentences, like in the SRT 13 number, because this response that you have said shows that you have not completed your daily goal, and this shows that you are not a disciplined person, and again you are saying that he did not able to prove himself. आपको किसी को prove नहीं करना है, and again as you have written that daily goal completion. So this all shows that lack of discipline and somewhere lack of confidence too. So please avoid writing that, and see the discussion part 2. Now if we talk about the next response, that is he was taking his sister, he shouted on them, gave warning to, taught how to respect women. Right, and just add the part that continued journey towards the hospital. He informed to respected police and to his father's office. They reached to his father, took him back from pirates safely, relaxed his father, offered first aid kit. Response is right, but you should also support your family with morale. And next one, he recovered his palm by proper medication with guidance of doctor, gave exam, felt satisfied. Perfectly fine. Now if we talk about the next responses, that is given by Amar. Complete his exam, report to the principal about this. Right, but you should have confronted the teacher earlier, and not able to complete his daily goals. This shows that you are not disciplined. Please see the discussions earlier. gather the crowd, rebuke them, complain to police against them, go towards hospital. Right, perfectly fine. Complain to police, get his father back, and right, you can see the discussion part too, and you can add some sentences that I have told earlier. Take medical aid, write the exam, clear the exam with good marks. Right, fine. Next response that is given by Bravo. Politely called the teacher, showed his unwillingness towards it. Teacher understand it. So try writing some short sentences, because as you have written this response, it will take a lot of time. So cut short it, and you can remove some part that is not necessary, like teacher understand it. It is already understood, and if you are not writing this, it doesn't matter a lot. So cut short it, cut short the length of responses. And next one, sometimes he feel unhappy because he gives his best but still. Again, try writing something that shows that you are confident, not underconfident. He was taking his sister. Same thing, you should you have like silently record a video. You are not to do that because you are together with your sister, so just confront them. This shows that you are having confidence and courage to face any problem. And yes, I know, because in this time this making video is very popular, but it is not a right way to deal with any problem. So next one, he calmed down himself, informed the Navy officials. Right, right, this response is right. And the next one, he on the spot took first aid, later took medication on daily basis, change the bandage, get well before, and give exam confidently. Right, this response is right too. Now if we talk about the next response, that is given by Ripple. So completed the exam, tell at all these to the institute in charge. You can confront the teacher right then, and you can see the discussion part, because he not giving his best, he not complete, because this shows that you are not very disciplined. Please see the discussion part. First admit his sister, then come over there and slap those guys and told that I advise instead of slapping, you can talk or you can warn them, because this shows that you are a calm person, and being involved in physical aggression is not good for leader. You should have a calm personality. So next, if we talk about, he informed to his father's Navy's friend, and as he is in Navy, then Navy must be knowing about that. What is your duty, that you can boost your family's morale, and you can just contact to the authorities about his information. He take proper doctor care and medicine, and also studying, recovered his palm, gave exam. Right, perfectly fine. Next set is given by Vivek Kumar. Did not notice and did his own test. So this is not a right way to deal with any problem. You are ignoring that problem, so please avoid doing that. And I recommend everyone not to do something, because this shows that you are avoiding any situation. And next one, he is not able to follow his this shows that you are not very disciplined person. Ask them not to do so, and made them feel sorry. Yes, instead of asking, you could write that warn them. This shows that you are taking a strong stand against something wrong happening. And next, went along with police and money, bravely catch them. You cannot go with the police. You can what you can do, that you can inform the authorities, and for further discussion, see the discussion part of the video. Took medicine, got well soon, and gave exam well. Yes, that is fine. Now if we talk about the other response, that is given by Shanket Sarangi. Completed his exam, told this to examination coordinator. Warning was given to teacher. So you could have warned the teacher when you saw that, and he could not perform well his 100% in a task, but believes in himself, improves weakness, performs task again successfully. Yeah, this response is good, but what is there that is stopping you to give your 100%? You should not because you have to be sure about what you are doing. You cannot say that you have not given your 100%. So I recommend that see the discussion part. I strongly warned them, asked not to repeat this nuisance, immediately took sister to hospital. Right, this response is right. And secretly informed naval police, gave them call recording, action taken by naval police, saved his father. Right, but you could have added that also boosted the family's morale, because in such time the support of someone in the family is very much needed. He was trying long jump, applied first aid, took some rest, practiced writing slowly. Right, uh, this one is right. Now if we talk about the other response that is given by Savio S. During the exams, stood up, spoke to the teacher, told the teacher this is an exam and all have to write. uh, this shows that you are not very polite, and she is your teacher, so please be polite with her. He misses his friends from college. This shows that please don't write something like misses, because um, you are going to be in academy or you are going to be on field, then you cannot be with your friends or with your family all the time. So avoid doing that, because this can create some question mark in the brain of assessor. So now next one, approach them, ask them what is their problem, then they became quiet. You can deal with the problem in a calm approach. Please see the discussion part. Contacted the government official, told them the situation and waited for the reply. So instead of waiting, as I told in the discussion part, you can do that. Now requested the principal to allow his mother to write for this shows that you are not taking your problems on your own. So please see the discussion part and others responses too. They have handled this response in a better way, so please do that. Now if we talk about the next response, that is given by Raja Ram. Finish the exam and appreciate the teacher for helping a blind student to. So you have tried to show that you have taken this in a very positive way. uh, Instead of doing that, just take action against what is happening wrong. Now the next one, he is still unemployed. So just along with this, you can write that what he is doing to overcome his unemployment. And next one, he was taking his shouted at them and informed to the police. Instead of shouting, you can treat with a calm persona. Next one, report to the respected department and waiting for his father return to home. Yes, right. See the discussion part. Asked his headmaster to afford a substitute for. Instead of having a substitute, you can see the discussion part and others responses too. They have treated it very well. Now if we talk about the next response, he'll focus on his test. Instead of focusing on your responses, you should focus on what is happening, and along with that on your exam. So please do that. He missed party with uh, okay, right, you can write something better with that. Take his sister hospital comfortably, click photographs of miscreants. Right, I've told the responses earlier, so please watch that. Took police help, let them do their work, get his father safely after a successful operation. So you are not going to do a successful operation. What you can do on your level is told earlier, so please watch that. Apologize. There is nothing like apologizing, so avoid doing that. And give exam on another day. This shows that you are avoiding the problem, so please don't do that. And just see earlier responses. This question reported to principal, gave 100% to dream, but results were unexpected. Right, 11th response is fine, and but result were unexpected. So instead of saying that, you can watch the discussion part. Confronted them, warned, and reached at hospital as soon as possible, then sorted out later. Right, this response is fine. Unit, right, response is fine. Went to hospital, took proper medication, focused on, gave exam confidently. 15 is fine. He will raise his voice in front of head of a school. Okay, 11th is fine, but you should also focus on your exams too. Sometimes he feel unhappy because he regrets his mistake. There is no point of regretting. Please avoid doing that. He will first go to hospital, make sure safety of his sister, then police complain about those guys. Right, this response is right. He will seek help from Indian Navy. Right, but you can elaborate your actions all like more. He will take rest and proper precaution, fast recovery. Okay, you can also say that he practiced for his exam. Right, so in this way your all responses are checked. And now if we talk about the further responses, that that we should also focus on the TAT part. So the TAT that was given on 11th of November was this image, and in this image please take 4 minutes and start your story and write your response and post it in our group if you have not done till now, and you can join our discussion group on Telegram. So now in this image we all can see that there are 4 person that are here. One person is here, and the background looks more like a village, and some trees are there, and there is जिसको अच्छा मकान बोल सकते हैं एक विलेज में, and this man is wearing a turban, and also he is also wearing a turban, but these two people as they are sitting below, so it shows that these two person are some of kind like pradhan or sarpanch or video, something like that, and these two person who are sitting below, they are some villagers. So the story will revolve around the environment of village, and with that note let's dive into the discussion what you all have written. So now if we talk about the first response that is given by Kanchela. Arun, 26-year-old, working in MNC. They went holidays, observed 12th class NEET appearing students are facing the problem due to lack of financial conditions and poor infrastructure. He discussed the problem with his friends, prepared and planned. So right, you have taken a good problem, like I will not say it a problem, you have taken a good aim, and you have what you have done, that you have explained the concept of physics, chemistry and biology. He also showed the video for better understanding. He concentrated, so you have deal it very well. But what wrong you have done, that you have told that he discussed with his friends. So instead of that you can say that he discussed with the sarpanch of the village, and along with him he planned something. So now if we talk about the next one, 4 friends sitting, so they are not friends, so you have taken it, you have perceived it in a wrong manner, so avoid doing that. And you have written recently gave CDS written exam and pass out. They are want to clear SSB 1 or 2 attempts. First of all, your story is very vague. It is not having a very clear sense. So I recommend you to write another story and post it in the group. Now if we talk about the another response that is given is Manjesh was a businessman. People of his town used to come and tell their problem regarding unemployment. He was having a house and thought of converting it into factory by repairing it. They discussed with their wife, and she agreed easily that the house was converted into a factory. Well, a house cannot be converted into a factory. what you can do, that you can say that it is a small scale industry, then it can work. And please, unemployment was created, so you can involve more and more actions, because only what you are doing, that you are making your wife agree on that point. And the wife is also not shown in the picture, so please try writing around the picture, and do some actions like उसने किसी को इनवाइट किया, he invited some big firms, or he passed the loan under Mudra Yojana from bank. So by doing that, it looks like a more realistic story. Ram is a class teacher, and he always taught his student. Next, what we were talking, Ram is a class teacher. He always taught his student with in the four walls of the classroom. One day his student asked him to take them outside and tell them a story. So he takes, a class cannot run within four people, so please, like, broaden your imagination, and broaden your horizon of imagination, and this will bring some good themes for you. Amit J, UPBCL Ghaziabad, he used to visit his village Shikarpur once or twice a month. Amit belonged to a family of farmers, that is why he left the environment where people do not spend a whole day either at office or home. Instead, they move out and enjoy informal day conversation during his visit. Amit follow the routine. Farmer includes morning and evening shift field work. So please, in these type of images, what you are having, that you are having some good place where you can show your imagination, where you can show your problem solving skills. So instead of making a very plain story where you are doing just daily routine of a villager, you can add more and more action, and you can solve some problems. So on like, I will recommend some themes that you can write on this image. You can write something related to making the village a hub for dairy farming. You can make your village a hub for small scale industries of making baskets from wood. Like you can say that गाँव में बहुत trees वगैरह थे, और but resources were not used properly, तो आप उसका कुछ ट्रीटमेंट कर सकते हो. एंड मेडिकल फैसिलिटी ऐसी कुछ नहीं थी, आप उसका कुछ ट्रीटमेंट कर सकते हो. या एजुकेशन में प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी, और पीपल वर फेसिंग फ्रीक्वेंट इलेक्ट्रिक लाइक ब्लैकआउट्स, तो उसकी वजह से स्टूडेंट्स को प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी, तो आप सोलर पैनल्स इंस्टॉल कर सकते हो. तो ट्राई राइटिंग दीज थीम्स इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग एनीथिंग प्लेन, because these type of images are giving you some place where you can show your horses of imagination. So start doing that. Now if we talk about the another response, Deepak is an enthusiastic boy who live in he loves stay fit, want the same for other. One day he observed the children in his village are loading the interest in outdoor games, so he went to the villagers head's house along with his friends and explained the situation. They asked for the right on your level, yes, this problem can be solved, and this is a good story. And what you can do, that you can involve more action, like he also encouraged people to participate in some competition, and प्रधान के साथ उसने मिलके कुछ कॉम्पिटिशन्स भी रखे, जिससे लोग मोटिवेट हुए, इंस्पायर हुए टू जॉइन दी स्पोर्ट्स. एंड आपने कुछ रैली वगैरह की, जिससे आपने बताया द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स इन द लाइफ. तो इसकी वजह से आप लाइक यू कैन डू अ बेटर स्टोरी, इट कैन बी मेड, बट ओवरऑल इट वॉज अ गुड स्टोरी. Schedule he reached. Now next response given by Bravo, as scheduled he reached village with his parent, meet his cousin. So it is all again a very plain story, so please see the earlier part of discussion. Next one, software engineer working Diwali holidays, he decided to visit uncle. He enjoyed time, had lunch. So instead of writing this, because these type of statements are not showing your any quality, it is also like आप बस पेज भर रहे हो, तो avoid doing that. IIT JEE, he also told study after 10th. Bangalore, and during decided to visit village, motivated them to work hard. The boys were encouraged. uh, right, you all can see that these two people are holding their hands, so it is looking like they are signing some pacts for the development of this village. So please write something related to that instead of making something like you helped your uncle's children or something like that. So by that, on that note, like I have reviewed many stories, and on that note, you all focus on your writing skills, and I hope that from tomorrow onwards you will not cover these mistakes that I have covered in this video. So with that note, I would also recommend everyone who is not in the discussion group, please join that group and daily attempt the tasks that are given. It will improve your psychological like performance. So Jai Hind to everyone, and